In the year 2147, Earth was a shadow of its former self. The once bustling cities lay in ruins, their tall skyscrapers reduced to skeletal frames. The ground was cracked and dry, covered in a thick layer of dust and debris. The air was heavy, filled with the remnants of long-forgotten fires and the scent of decay. Nature had begun to reclaim what humanity had left behind, with vines and overgrowth spreading across the desolate landscape. Jack wandered through this forsaken world, a lone survivor in a city that had long since lost its soul. He was a man of medium height, with a scruffy beard and weary eyes that spoke of countless days spent in survival mode. His clothes were tattered, his face was sunburned, and his hands were calloused from years of hard labor. Every day was a struggle to find food and clean water. Jack's routine was monotonous but necessary. He would start his day by scavenging through the remains of buildings, searching for anything that could sustain him. Sometimes he found cans of food, long past their expiration date but still edible. Other times, he was lucky to find a clean source of water or a shelter that was still intact. One morning, as Jack picked his way through a deserted street, he stumbled upon a small, faded photograph stuck to a broken piece of concrete. It showed a happy family smiling, a stark contrast to the bleak reality he faced. He stared at it for a moment, feeling a pang of sadness. He missed the world that used to be, with its bustling markets and lively conversations. But those days were gone, replaced by a harsh new reality. As the sun climbed higher in the sky, Jack spotted something unusual in the distance. Amidst the ruins, there was a trail of large, distinct footprints. They were enormous, much larger than any human footprint he had ever seen. Curiosity piqued, Jack followed the trail, hoping it might lead to something useful. The footprints led him to a hidden valley, shielded from the outside world by towering cliffs. As he descended into the valley, Jack's eyes widened in amazement. The landscape was a vivid contrast to the desolate world he knew. Lush greenery covered the ground, vibrant flowers bloomed in a riot of colors, and a sparkling stream flowed through the center. Birds sang cheerfully in the trees, and the air smelled fresh and clean. Jack approached cautiously, feeling a mix of awe and apprehension. He had never seen such beauty in a world that had turned so grim. The valley seemed like a forgotten paradise, untouched by the devastation outside. As he ventured deeper, he noticed large, elegant structures made of materials that shone in the sunlight. These buildings were unlike anything he had seen before, graceful and futuristic. Suddenly, he heard voices. Jack stopped in his tracks and looked around, trying to find the source. To his astonishment, he saw a group of tall, beautiful women emerging from the trees. They were dressed in flowing garments that seemed to shimmer with an otherworldly light. Their features were striking, with large, expressive eyes and radiant skin. One of the women stepped forward. She was taller than any human Jack had ever seen, with a regal presence that commanded respect. Her name was Seraphina, and she had a gentle yet commanding voice. She spoke to Jack in a language he didn't understand, though her tone was welcoming. Jack raised his hands in a gesture of peace, trying to show that he meant no harm. Seraphina's eyes softened as she saw his curiosity and fear. She motioned for him to follow her, and Jack, driven by a mix of curiosity and hope, complied. As he followed Seraphina, Jack couldn't help but marvel at the vibrant, untouched world around him. He felt a sense of wonder and relief. Could this hidden valley be a place of new beginnings? Little did Jack know, his discovery was about to change his life in ways he could never have imagined. Jack followed Seraphina through the lush valley, his curiosity growing with every step. The landscape was unlike anything he had seen since the world fell apart. The tall, beautiful women who lived here moved gracefully, their presence both calming and awe-inspiring. As they walked, Jack marveled at the vibrant flowers and the clear, sparkling stream that wound through the valley. They arrived at a grand open space where the tribe had gathered. The women sat in a circle, their faces showing a mix of hope and sadness. Seraphina gestured for Jack to sit in the center, and he obeyed, feeling the weight of the moment. Seraphina began to speak in a soft, melodic voice. Although Jack didn't understand the words, her tone was filled with sincerity and urgency. The other women watched him closely, their expressions serious but kind. After a few moments, Seraphina turned to Jack and spoke more slowly, trying to make herself understood. "We are the last of our kind," Seraphina said, her voice filled with a deep sadness. For many years, our tribe has struggled. We are unable to have children. Our people have dwindled and we face extinction. We need your help. Jack's eyes widened in shock. He struggled to process her words. You need my help, he asked, his voice trembling slightly. How can I help? Serafina nodded, her eyes filled with a mixture of hope and desperation. We need you to father our children. Our tribe has lost its ability to reproduce, but with your help, we can continue our lineage. You are our last hope. Jack was stunned. The idea was overwhelming and strange. He had lived alone for so long that the thought of becoming a father to an entire tribe's future was almost beyond his grasp. He felt a surge of fear and uncertainty. What about me? Jack asked, trying to make sense of the situation. What will happen to me? And what if I can't? Serafina placed a gentle hand on his shoulder, her touch comforting. You will be cared for and respected. Our people will treat you with kindness and honor. We believe you can help us, and in return you will find a place among us. The other women nodded in agreement, their faces filled with a mixture of sadness and hope. Jack could see the pain in their eyes and the longing for a future they feared they might never see. Jack's heart was heavy as he considered their plea. The idea of becoming part of their lives was daunting, but the thought of their extinction was even more troubling. He saw how much they needed him and felt a deep sense of responsibility. Why me? Jack asked, trying to understand why he was chosen. Why not someone else? Serafina sighed, her eyes filled with sorrow. We have tried many things, but nothing has worked. We have searched for years and finally found you. Our hope is that you can help us start anew. Jack looked around at the women, their eyes filled with hope and desperation. They had shown him a world of beauty and peace, a stark contrast to the devastation he had known. He knew that refusing their plea would mean the end of their tribe and the loss of a beautiful world. After a long pause, Jack took a deep breath and made his decision. I'll help you, he said, his voice firm but gentle. I'll do whatever I can to help you save your people. Serafina's face lit up with relief and gratitude. Thank you, she said softly. You have given us hope. We will do everything we can to make you feel welcome and valued. The women cheered, their voices filled with joy. Jack felt a mix of emotions, fear, uncertainty, but also a glimmer of hope. He had taken a step into the unknown, but he knew that he had made the right choice. The future of this beautiful tribe now depended on him, and he was determined to help them build a new future. Jack's new life began the day he agreed to help the tribe. The transition from his solitary existence to life among the giant women was both exciting and overwhelming. As he settled into the valley, he faced the challenge of adapting to a world so different from his own. The tribe welcomed Jack with open arms. They showed him their customs and taught him their ways. The daily life in the valley was full of new experiences. Jack learned to appreciate the beauty of their world, with its clean air, vibrant plants, and advanced technology. The giant women were kind and patient, helping him adjust to their way of life. Serafina, the tribe's leader, took a special interest in Jack's integration. She guided him through the rituals and traditions that were important to her people. Jack participated in ceremonies that celebrated the changing seasons and the tribe's history. These events were filled with music, dance, and storytelling, creating a sense of community and belonging. Jack also had to get used to the size difference. The giant women were several feet taller than him, and their strength was impressive. Everyday tasks that seemed simple in his old life became more challenging in this new world. For instance, reaching high shelves or moving heavy objects required him to adapt and learn new techniques. The women were always willing to assist, teaching him how to use tools and equipment designed for their larger size. Despite the challenges, Jack began to feel a sense of purpose and connection. The tribe's warmth and acceptance helped him overcome his initial fears. He formed close bonds with several members of the tribe, especially with Serafina. Their friendship grew stronger, and they spent a lot of time together discussing their hopes and dreams. Jack also started to understand the tribe's unique way of life. They lived in harmony with nature, using their advanced technology to protect and nurture their environment. The valley was a paradise compared to the harsh world Jack had known. He marveled at the beauty of the bioluminescent plants that lit up the night and the smooth, flowing designs of their buildings. As Jack settled into his new role, he began to feel more confident. He participated in community activities, helping with tasks and learning about the tribe's history and traditions. He enjoyed working alongside the women, sharing stories and laughter. His sense of belonging grew stronger each day. One day, Serafina took Jack to a special place in the valley. It was a quiet garden with a view of the entire landscape. They sat together, and Serafina spoke about the tribe's history and the challenges they had faced. She expressed her gratitude for Jack's willingness to help and shared her hopes for their future. "Your presence here has brought us hope," Serafina said softly. "We believe that with your help, our tribe can continue and thrive. We are building a future together, and you are an important part of that." Jack looked out at the beautiful valley, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. The decision to help the tribe had not been easy, but he was beginning to see the rewards of his choice. He felt a growing bond with the women and a strong sense of purpose. The new life he was embracing was full of promise and hope. As the days turned into weeks, Jack's initial fears faded, replaced by a growing sense of contentment. He had found a new family in the tribe and a new purpose in life. The journey was far from over, but Jack was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. He had embraced his new life and was determined to make the most of it. The valley was buzzing with excitement and anticipation as the time for the first children fathered by Jack approached. The tribe had prepared for this moment with a mix of joy and nervousness. They had waited so long for this new beginning, and now it was finally here. Jack had grown close to the tribe, especially to Serafina. Their bond had deepened, and they were both eagerly awaiting the arrival of their first child. The entire tribe gathered to celebrate, preparing for the new chapter in their lives. The day of the birth was filled with a sense of wonder. The women of the tribe decorated the main gathering area with colorful flowers and shimmering lights. The air was filled with a mix of excitement and nervous energy. Jack and Serafina stood together, their faces glowing with anticipation. When the first child was born, the entire valley rejoiced. The baby was a beautiful blend of Jack and the tribe's features, with a unique and enchanting appearance. The tribe welcomed the new arrival with open arms, celebrating with songs, dances, and heartfelt prayers for the child's future. Jack and Serafina were overjoyed. They took turns holding the baby, marveling at the tiny, delicate features. The tribe's healers and caretakers offered their support and guidance, helping Jack and Serafina learn how to care for the newborn. The women of the tribe were eager to assist, sharing their knowledge and experience. As the days passed, Jack and Serafina adjusted to their new roles as parents. They spent their days caring for their child, learning from the tribe's experts, and enjoying the support of their new family. The tribe's elders offered wisdom and advice, helping them navigate the challenges of parenthood. Jack found joy in the simple moments of watching his child grow. The baby's first smiles, first sounds, and tiny movements filled him with a deep sense of pride and love. He felt a strong connection to the child and to the tribe, knowing that he had played a crucial role in bringing new life into their world. The arrival of the new generation also brought a renewed sense of hope to the tribe. The women, who had once feared for their future, now saw a bright path ahead. The presence of the children symbolized a new beginning and a chance for their tribe to thrive once more. Jack continued to immerse himself in the tribe's daily life, balancing his responsibilities as a parent with his duties to the community. He participated in ceremonies, helped with farming and building, and supported the tribe in every way he could. His dedication and hard work earned him the respect and admiration of the tribe. As the children grew, Jack and Serafina watched with pride. The little ones were lively and curious, their laughter and playfulness bringing joy to everyone in the valley. The tribe's future looked bright, and Jack felt a deep sense of fulfillment knowing that he had contributed to their survival and success. One evening, as the sun set over the valley, Jack and Serafina sat together with their child. They looked out at the beautiful landscape, feeling a sense of peace and contentment. The valley, once a place of desperation and uncertainty, had become a thriving home filled with love and hope. Jack knew that there would be challenges ahead, but he was ready to face them with the support of his new family. The arrival of the new generation was a testament to the strength and resilience of the tribe. Together, they had built a future that was full of promise and potential. As the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, Jack held his child close and looked at Serafina. He felt grateful for the journey that had brought him to this moment. The new generation symbolized a fresh start and a bright future, and Jack was proud to be a part of it. The valley was vibrant and full of life as the new generation of children grew. Jack and Serafina watched with pride as their little ones played and explored the world around them. The once quiet valley now buzzed with the sounds of laughter and joy. The tribe had never been so hopeful about the future. Jack had fully embraced his role in the tribe. He continued to work hard, balancing his duties with caring for his growing family. His days were filled with helping the tribe with their daily tasks and nurturing his children. He had become a respected and valued member of the community, admired for his dedication and kindness. One sunny afternoon, the tribe gathered for a special celebration. It was the first anniversary of the children's birth, a milestone that marked the beginning of a new era for the tribe. The area was decorated with bright flowers and colorful banners, and the air was filled with the aroma of delicious foods prepared for the feast. Serafina stood proudly beside Jack, her eyes shining with happiness. The celebration was a testament to how far they had come. The tribe's once distant dream of a thriving future was now a reality. The children were healthy and full of energy, bringing a renewed sense of hope to everyone. During the celebration, the tribe's elders spoke about the significance of this day. They thanked Jack for his bravery and kindness, acknowledging the important role he had played in their survival. Jack listened with a humble smile, feeling a deep sense of gratitude and accomplishment. As the festivities continued, Jack and Serafina took a moment to reflect on their journey. They walked together to the edge of the valley, looking out over the landscape they had come to love. The valley, once a place of uncertainty, had become a symbol of new beginnings and hope. "We've come a long way," Serafina said softly, taking Jack's hand. "I never imagined we'd be here celebrating our future like this." Jack nodded, his heart full of emotion. "It's been an incredible journey. I'm grateful for everything we've built together." They watched as the children played, their laughter echoing through the valley. The sight of their happy, growing families filled them with pride. Jack and Serafina knew that the challenges of the past had been worth it. They had created something beautiful and lasting. As the sun began to set, casting a warm golden glow over the valley, the tribe gathered for a final ceremony. They sang songs of gratitude and hope, their voices blending in a harmonious melody. Jack stood with Serafina, surrounded by their children and the tribe, feeling a deep sense of belonging. The ceremony ended with a heartfelt wish for the future. The tribe's leaders spoke of their dreams for the new generation, hoping for a world where their children could grow up happy and healthy. Jack and Serafina joined in the wish, looking forward to a bright and promising future. As the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, Jack felt a sense of peace. He had found a new home, a new family, and a new purpose. The journey had been long and challenging, but it had led him to a place of fulfillment and joy. Jack knew that the future would bring new challenges, but he was ready to face them with the support of his tribe and the love of his family. The valley, with its beauty and hope, was now a symbol of the new beginning they had all worked so hard to achieve. As he looked at Serafina and their children, Jack felt a deep sense of contentment. The new generation represented not just a continuation of their tribe, but a new chapter in their story. Together, they had built a future full of promise and potential, and Jack was proud to be a part of it.